What's up, guy? Hey, guys. Welcome to week 13, episode 15. We're 2 weeks away from the playoffs. Our playoffs, the important playoffs.
The real playoffs.
As always, we got me, we got the lovely co-commissioner, my co-host Tyler, and our guest of the week. Hi, Sam.
Yo, what's up? Thanks for having me on again.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Awesome to have you. Glad to have you for a full episode this time, you know? Yeah. But don't worry. We'll be getting some more conspiracy theories from Sam later in the episode, so stick around.
I know I'm excited, so you guys should be too.
I am. But before we get into that, get into our news and notes. Talk about what happened this week. Patriots got another win. Not gonna lie, pretty ugly. Tyler, I don't know if you got a chance to watch that.
No, I was working this Sunday, unfortunately. Though I did catch the second quarter on my break, so that was cool.
You did not miss much. It was ugly.
It was rough. There were some good defended plays at the end. Almost stopped or managed to stop the nearly unstoppable Mitch Tinsley.
Mitch motherfucking Tinsley.
Wild wide receiver. The injuries in that game brought them down to their third, fourth string wide receiver. Along with the suspension of Jamar Chase, which thank God he wasn't there. Now, last week, Jordan came in. I think it was actually after the episode, but Jordan came in when we were doing our little trade talks. And which I guess we haven't talked about that trade on at all yet, because that happened after last week's pod.
Oh yeah. No questions asked.
You know what? The one thing that I'll say on that trade is you may be wondering, why did Josh get that fab? It was so I could pick up Bryce Young, which I proceeded to forget to do. So
that
was a bummer.
Painful.
That's immaculate.
Yeah, that kind of sucked.
And then also proceeded to not pick up Jameis Winston either.
I know. I talked
so many
up Jameis
points.
Winston so much, and then I didn't pick up Jameis Winston. And dude, what a game he had! He had the play of the day. I don't know, Tyler, if you saw this, but Jameis Winston caught a pass, struck a guy, got in for a touchdown. It was a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I knew he
while
I did not know he trucked a man.
He stiff-armed a guy and then trotted in at 2 miles an hour. He looked like he was running full speed, but the camera was in slow motion. It was pretty amazing.
Oh, that was great. And it is a really funny thing because Brian Daboll just got fired, presumably because of how much danger he was putting his quarterback in and getting him injured.
Yeah.
And now, new head coach, I don't even know who the interim is right now, comes in and calls a passing play to him.
Well, it's Jameis. We don't have to worry about Jameis. That's just
Jameis is disposable.
All gas, no brakes.
The guy throwing the pass to him was Gunnar Olszewski.
Hell yeah.
Slash, I know you're familiar with him. I really forget him.
I remember. He plays special teams.
He's a legend amongst. Yeah, he's a special teams specialist. He's a legend amongst my home friend group for literally no reason. Everybody just gravitated towards him, and so happy to see him on the highlight reel. Yeah.
It's a great name.
The head coach for the Giants, if you're curious, is Mike Kafka.
Mike Kafka.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I feel like he was with the Panthers at some point.
Maybe.
Could be making that up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was a classic Jameis game of so many yards, It was one of the good Jameis games. Threw an interception, but had a lot of fun doing it. Wan'Dale Robinson got a bunch of yards.
Oh, yeah.
In the Giants-Lions game that went to overtime, by the way, the Giants team missing Malik Neighbors, Jackson Dart, and Cam Scatterbo brought the Lions to overtime. It's insane.
The
And
NFL
you
is
know what,
wild and unpredictable.
that it is. And we're going to talk about that game a little more later for reasons that you may predict. But on to other quarterbacks, some that may not have been as magnificent as Jameis Winston. Dude, how excited were we about the Raiders coming into this year? Like,
Me personally,
I
not that excited.
I really thought that they were gonna like it was going to be a big change. I think we did talk about like, oh, Pete Carroll head coach. They got Geno Smith. They have Brock Bowers, Ashton Janty. They have like all these weapons and things that it could all come together. And they are so bad.
I think there's a couple things going on there, but I'm with you. I like Pete Carroll. He's really showing his age this year, which kind of sucks. Because he's always like the youthful old quarterback, old head coach. You know,
Mm.
I don't know, but I think Brock Bowers is clearly still hurt. Um, and Genty's kind of warming up a little bit behind a subpar O line.
I Subpar is a word. They are.
Subpar is an understatement, is what that is.
Yeah.
This isn't the trivia question, but hey, how many times did Geno Smith get sacked in that game?
Ugh.
Do you want me to pretend like I didn't see it in the doc?
It's right there. Sure, Slosh. How many times did Miles Garrett
So,
get sacked?
No,
did
Geno
you say
Smith
Miles
gets
Garrett?
sacked.
Well, I'll measure him off of Miles Garrett's because I know Garrett got another 3 this week. So I'm gonna say he got.
Whatever you think
I'm
it
gonna
is,
say he got
add
2.
2.
Okay, we'll give him 3 Miles Garrett's. Give me a 9.
It's 10.
So close.
Wow. He got over 3 Miles Garretted. Damn.
He got
Dude,
over
Poor
3 miles
bastard.
Garretted. Yeah,
Poor bastard.
it's like what are you gonna do at that point? And and by the way, on that, Miles Garrett is up to 18 on the season. I mentioned last week the record is 22.5. Miles Garrett is going to break that. He's going to crush
Almost
that.
certainly.
he should. He
He
certainly
should.
should.
And he should
Yes.
not be happy about it because that team
No.
has done nothing.
Yeah, it's gonna be like one of those
Absolutely
like
not.
just like empty records that just really doesn't mean anything.
I
Yeah.
think if Miles Garrett goes to a good team and has like a really successful second half of the career, I think we will talk about this season and be like, "Oh, that was when he was still on the Browns. Weird." And then move on.
Yeah.
I
Which,
agree.
and again, he was gonna leave the team. Like he was saying he
Yeah, he
wanted to
wanted
be
to.
traded, and then word came out that he was convinced to stay because of the Browns quarterback plans. So let's talk about those. Third starting quarterback of the year, Shador Sanders, comes in last week, does quite poorly. Comes in this week, didn't do much, if I'm being honest. They had
I
3 touchdowns that game, and 2 of them were wildcat formation. Get Shador Sanders out of there. Just snap it to Judkins.
and you forgot to say that the other touchdown pass was just a screen pass that Dylan Sampson broke free, took to the house.
Yeah. Shout out to the
So,
running backs, though.
yeah, they look great.
Yeah. And still, Shador Sanders has been announced for starting quarterback. Dylan Gabriel is through concussion protocol, but they're sticking with Shador. Maybe they just want an earlier pick. Maybe all along they just told Miles Garrett they would draft a quarterback this year. And so they drafted some quarterbacks to keep their record low. I don't know. But dude, it's rough over there.
Yeah.
We already made a bet about the Browns drafting a quarterback in the first round, right?
We did. And I still think they will.
Wild.
They will not.
They will draft a quarterback in the first round. I'm telling you.
Or we're gonna
I'm
find out.
thinking I'm thinking they either do the first round quarterback or what I think is maybe slightly more likely is like the reclamation project quarterback. So like if Kyler moves or if like Bryce Young moves or someone else. That would be interesting.
I
That
think
would
so
be-
I
too.
don't think it would work.
You already
but I think
have
it would be
two
interesting.
young quarterbacks in the room. I feel like what you need is someone who can either just help stabilize or help develop those guys or get really good. And I feel like that's exactly what, Sam said. Like a Bryce Young,
Mhm.
like a Kyler.
I mean, both of those guys, neither of those guys are the type to teach successfully.
No. I think a guy that Stefanski could like maybe coach up a little bit. I still think Stefanski is a good coach. Maybe I'm the crazy one here, but I still think he's a good coach.
No,
I
I
would
agree
agree.
with that.
I agree. I like Stefanski. But
Although I think Kevin
Yeah, Kyler
Stefanski
Murray-
is Shador Sanders' biggest hater.
Ha.
I don't
Yeah, he
think
probably
Shador
should be.
Sanders is very good. I think that's
No.
fairly deserved.
Yeah, it's very possible that Shador's actually not that good also.
But here's what convinced me to root for Shador Sanders is my roommate Sam said to me the other day, Josh, Shador Sanders is the only thing keeping Deshaun Watson from throwing a football. And when you put it that way,
Is he like still under contract with the team, like officially? Like, can they call him up and be like, "Yo, suit up! It's game time. We need
speaking, I
you."
believe so, yes. I mean, yeah. It's
How-
guaranteed money.
When was the last time do you think Deshaun Watson stepped foot into a Browns facility? Like how many months?
I don't know.
No.
It's hard
A
to say,
while.
right? It's impossible to
while.
know, but I just think it's funny that he's on the team and he probably
I
has
know.
not stepped foot in a Browns building in like over a year at
That's
least.
Is
the best
he
thing he could do for
on
the
the
team.
team?
Yeah.
I
Let me
don't-
look up his
yeah, if
contract.
you-
Like, is he
Yeah,
That is
like
great.
is he a part of the active roster? I guess is more so my question. Or
No,
is he still on
probably
like a? Is he still considered suspended? Like, what's his
No,
status officially?
he's still on an injury designation for the 2025 season.
What
Yeah.
injury? What injury?
It's
tore his
called We Don't
Achilles.
Want to Play Him Itis.
He tore his Achilles and then he made it worse. Oh.
Yeah.
Wasn't that like 3 years ago?
No, he did it again.
No,
Oh,
he
he
tore
did?
it in October
He
of
tore his Achilles last
2025.
year. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Was
that
he? So was he
definitely-
I
like?
popped off.
Was he
Sure.
practicing?
I can.
I mean, if you want to ask me, if you want me to go grab the tinfoil hat, I definitely don't think that he like tore his Achilles. I definitely think he like maybe got a boo-boo and they were like,
Oh no, he tore his Achilles.
go be away.
He tore his Achilles last year, definitely.
Well, yeah, I'm thinking, so it's saying there's a re-injury in October. I don't know if that's legit or not.
October. I remember when he re-injured it the first time because he wasn't following guidelines, and that there was a chance that they could get out of his contract if he was not following the team's guidelines for healing.
Hmm.
There's
That's
the whole thing.
interesting.
I followed this. I used to follow this closely. Now,
Also, he's
I
still
don't
under
worry about
contract through 2026, so we got one more year.
yeah, 5 years, 265
Yeah, he's on the pup list.
million guaranteed. Just a classic, God, the Browns.
I'm getting so much news. I'm reading a lot about this. Apparently, there were
Yeah.
rumors that he was going to be back up to Shador Sanders.
Yeah, because he would have had to be.
Yeah, I think this is kind of terrifying for you, Josh, but it sounds like he's actually not far from being able to play again.
Hey, I know, but he's just not gonna. They're
Okay.
going. It's bad. He's bad. Yeah. I hope. Anyways, that's enough Browns for now. Let's talk about another quarterback. A worse quarterback, turns out. Tyler,
Yeah.
since 2000, I believe, there have been
Is this the
800 and...
trivia?
No.
Oh.
I do know the
No.
answer to this, though.
There have been
Yeah.
851 starting quarterbacks. Which one is the worst in EPA per dropback? Technically, I guess this is trivia.
I'm gonna go with J.J. McCarthy.
No, Jamarcus Russell, the biggest bust in history. But second to him is J.J. McCarthy.
Damn.
It almost makes it worse because you're reminded about Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah, J.J. McCarthy has some of the worst stats to be seen in this century. And that's kind of crazy, playing under Kevin O'Connell, the quarterback whisperer.
Yeah, I don't know what 9 is doing right now, but it's not working at all.
No,
And
not 9.
I
He's
believe
good.
he has thrown 9 interceptions.
I actually hate to tell you, I think it's 10.
Oh, well.
Oh, then he's good. He's fine.
He's fine.
If I'm the Vikings, I think I'm already ready to cash it in on the JJ McCarthy project. I'm pretty sure I'm bailing. I'm out. This dude messed up his knee. It was his knee, right? His first year?
ACL. Yeah.
ACL?
Yeah.
ACL.
So already messed up his ACL. Now he just looks stinky. I'm moving off him. I'm not. I'm taking the sunk cost fallacy, and I'm cashing in my ticket on this one.
Okay. You're Kevin O'Connell, and you're
Me?
looking at your quarterback. Yeah, yeah. You're Kevin O'Connell. Either you're Kevin O'Connell. Tyler, you're Kevin / you're O'Connell.
Oh, nice.
You're looking
Congrats
at your
to us.
quarterback for next year.
Okay.
You don't want to draft one.
Okay.
Which of these quarterbacks
Oh, we're getting
are
the
you
list.
going after?
It's
Oh,
not
that
Kyler
is-
Murray. Don't even say his name.
One of them is Kyler Murray.
I know.
Kyler Murray.
Hmm.
Uh, honestly, I think I'm just actually Kyler Murray, Kirk Cousins,
Oh, Jesus.
or Mac Jones.
Oh. I mean, I immediately
this
think
easy?
Mac. I think Mac. I'm just thinking about, so I don't want to speak for Tyler, but I'm thinking about people that will listen to scheme, take coaching, and give it their all. And Kirk Cousins might do that, I guess, but he literally is a statue. He cannot move. And I know that Kyler Murray is not going to be super well coached for a like highly sophisticated coaching staff. So I'm going to go Mac Jones.
Tyler,
Can I give an alternate answer?
I suppose.
Marcus Mariota.
Whoa.
Dude, I don't think they can let him go right now. I think they.
Oh,
I think he's set to
They
be a
need their
free
backup.
agent, though, if I'm not mistaken.
think- I mean, if I were him, I'm
I'm on it,
re-signing
boss.
with them. He's getting playtime.
Okay, but if you had a chance to be a starter elsewhere, even if it's
Okay, well, fair
Minnesota. Although low key, I
Mariota.
don't know. I would maybe go Kyler.
he is a unrestricted free agent after this year.
Oh wow.
I have hold on.
Let's see.
Russell Wilson's another option.
No. Jameis Winston. Someone give Jameis Winston a starting job.
No, it needs to be a worse team. The Vikings are too good.
I
Jameis
don't
Winston is meant to be Ryan Fitzpatrick. He is the second coming of Ryan Fitzpatrick. The cycle repeats.
Okay.
He's the backup. He plays an amazing game. Then he sucks. They lose. He moves on to a new team.
Hmm.
Fine. Okay, actually, two more options. One,
Two more options.
Malik Willis, backup for the Packers.
No.
Hmm. He looked
No?
pretty good, but probably
He
I'd
looked
still go with
pretty
Mac
good.
Jones.
Two, I don't know how I'm forgetting his name. Patriots traded him to the Cowboys.
Joe Milton? The fucking
Milton.
Bazooka? Bazooka
The
Joe?
bazooka.
I love Bazooka Joe. I mean, if I selfishly I want it to be Joe Milton because I love
Yeah.
him with all of my heart, even though he cost us the first overall pick. So my
That's
answer
okay.
is
Hey,
Joe Milton.
we got Will Campbell. We got
You're right.
Will.
No. I think it all happened for a
Whose
reason.
knee is
Everything's
hurt?
fine. I mean, it would be two Patriots backup quarterbacks. Some could say we're just a farm
Yeah.
system.
Yeah, real good.
Yeah, Bailey's out.
But I'm interested. We'll see. We'll see where it goes next year. A note on Will Campbell for anyone that is worried because Will Campbell got hurt. Just so you know, Will Campbell avoided any tear. He's probably not out for the season. It's an MCL sprain.
I saw he's expected back for the playoffs.
Yeah, expected back for the playoffs.
And
And
especially
if
after
I'm
we
being
get that
honest,
first week bye, it's going to be fine.
it's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
Guys,
no sooner.
Let's be honest. Once we face a playoff team, we're probably losing.
I don't think so.
That's okay.
Depends who it is.
You don't
Yeah, I
think so?
mean, maybe,
Does it?
maybe.
Does it depend who it is?
Well,
I think
it could
it
be
does.
the Steelers. It could be
Yeah.
like the Steelers. We were so close to beating the Steelers. All we needed to do was turn the ball over 4 times instead of 5 times.
Yeah,
We can do that.
We could play the Bills, who
We'll
we already
see.
beat.
that's true.
Yeah, that's tougher, but yes.
Look,
It's a little tougher. They lost to the Texans. The Texans defense is insane now. Like,
Yeah, it is.
playing the hell out of it. And okay, one more quarterback, Davis Mills.
Mm,
yeah,
This isn't suggestion for Kevin O'Connell. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is Davis Mills is 3-0.
he looks good.
He's getting the ball to Nico Collins. CJ Stroud couldn't do that for some reason. I'm interested to see what'll happen when CJ Stroud is back. If he can keep up that offense the same way of just feed your guys. Because I don't know, for some reason, backups are good at feeding the good players.
Yeah. Just like another quarterback we know and love, Mr. Joe Flacco. Joe motherfucking Flacco.
Joe motherfucking
love
Flacco.
Joe Flacco.
See him on the Vikings.
Yeah. Mac Jones last year on the Jaguars. He made Brian
Yeah,
Thomas what he is.
DTJ.
He turned Brian Thomas into a first, second round pick this year. Trevor Lawrence comes back. Not so much.
Little did we know it was all Mac Jones the whole time.
It's all Mac, baby. But anyway, that's enough of bad quarterbacks, which I guess the news and notes of today were bad quarterbacks.
Nice.
Which brings us to my trivia question. I don't have a segue for this. I want it to have its own moment.
Okay.
You either know this answer or you're going to be trying to figure out this answer. That is all.
As is
Fellas.
usually the
Sounds
case.
like trivia.
I don't know if that's controversial to say. I don't know if I don't want to make any assumptions. But all right. I'm not sure you're aware, but Hallmark,
Whoa. Okay.
the rom-com kings,
Yep.
Listening.
are coming out with their second installment of the Holiday Touchdown movie franchise. And I'm
Okay.
curious if you two can pick out which AFC team will be featured in this year's rendition of the Holiday Touchdown, featuring multiple players as
From
well
that
as
team.
head coach from that team, including the head coach of the team.
Who's acting? Can you describe to me what's going on in this movie?
No, I have no.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, you said it's
Okay.
you said it's an AFC East team, right?
I
Can
said
you tell
it's
us-
AFC.
Can you tell us who starred in Holiday Touchdown Hallmarks the one? Is that right?
The team in
Yes,
the
that's
team in
Holiday.
Hallmark's Holiday Touchdown, their first movie, was titled as Holiday Touchdown something about the Chiefs. Because it was
Okay,
the
it was the
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Okay, that helps so much because that was one of my top guesses.
Okay.
Now that I know,
So
not
it's
the
got to be
AFC
like
East,
a
well, it could be.
relevant, cool team.
Holiday
Well,
Touchdown, a Chiefs love story. is
The first
full-
two teams that came to my mind once you clarified that it was the AFC were the Chiefs and the Bills, and you just eliminated one of them for me.
Yeah, I mean that was my first thought too, just because I feel like
They're
Josh
just-
Allen blew up with the whole Haley Steinfeld
Yes.
thing,
Yes. Yeah,
and that's
I
also
really
like very
just-
hallmarky, right?
I can't think of another like AFC team that has that kind of like star player. Because Josh must be in it if it's the Bills. It can't be the Patriots because I feel like I would have heard about it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. My only thing is that I don't feel like Sean McDermott is a movie guy.
I will tell you whether it affects your answer or not. The quarterback of the team does not appear in the movie.
Oh, okay, wait a sec. Maybe it's a story about Josh Allen and they gotta find Josh Allen. No. Um
He might be trying to throw us off with that.
he might be.
It features.
I kind of want to trust my gut, but
Can you give
I
me
really just can't think
the
of another team.
positions that are featured?
Yeah, probably.
There he goes.
Could it be the Dolphins? Maybe. Hold on. I need to look at
No
the
to
NFC teams.
yes, Tyreek, yes,
With
Achan.
cameo
Yes,
appearances
teams.
from a safety
Whoa.
of which
Oh.
you two know, a defensive tackle, an offensive lineman, a retired place kicker, a running back, also retired, a running back, not retired, a tight end. Oh,
Okay.
a retired
Wait, a
wide
tight end?
receiver.
Why are there so many retired players?
Who knows?
When he said safety, my first thought for famous safety in the AFC is Jalen
Dem-
Ramsey on the Steelers.
Was DeMar
That was my
Hamlin a
thought.
safety?
Yeah, he was.
I'm locking in
But
the
he's not-
Bills. I'm locking in the
All right.
Bills.
I don't know if he's
Or-
still playing. Is he still playing? on the
Actually,
Bills?
yeah.
But
Does he even play for the Bills anymore?
Are you locking
And
it?
was the yeah, sure.
Tyler,
I already
let it
locked
rip.
in.
Let it rip.
I already
Are you locking
locked in. I already locked
Are you
in.
locking
Sure.
in? All right. This year's Hallmark movie is Holiday Touchdown, a Bills love story featuring Sean McDermott, DeMar
Sean
Hamlin.
McDermott.
It is DeMar. Yo, that's crazy. Honestly, Josh, if the safety was the only thing that helped there.
That's so funny.
Wow.
That's why I said safety first, honestly. I was trying to think if I wanted to make some reference there. Like
A DeMar Hamlin love story.
but yeah,
Wow.
well done, lads.
Also, they are definitely trying to trick people into thinking that Josh Allen is in this movie.
100%. Zero. I mean, I would watch it if he was in it, but he's not.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
also
Wow.
believe that Alexandra Daddario's brother is in it. I learned that
Okay.
she has a brother that acts because his name was Daddario, and I was like, I think I know that name.
It's a hyper specific last name for sure.
I don't know another person with that name.
Hmm.
So yeah. That's all I got. So yeah, that trivia deserved its own little spot.
Nice.
Because, hey, shout out. Jordan, if you're listening, I hope you enjoy that movie, man. You should host a movie night. But aside from the happy feels of the holiday, and also the fact that it's still not Thanksgiving yet, so forget the holiday. It is time for. I gotta actually do it right. Okay, let's see. Time for Josh's. Fucking shit, fuck. I'm a little out of it today, but I'm gonna think of something to say, and Tyler's gonna have to write it down anyway. Shitter of the week.
Hashtag bars.
Wow.
You know what's crazy? That was on purpose.
It's gonna be like that's gonna be like 4-point font. That's gonna be small.
Yeah.
Hashtag
All
bar.
right, we back, baby.
I mean, this has to be the easiest one ever. Because, I mean, this fucking asshole. Remember earlier when I said we'd be talking about the Lions-Giants game? Yeah, this game had over 1,000 yards of offense. And let me tell you a little something about our bedshitter, Jameson Williams.
J-Mo.
Jameson Williams. He's been a hot and cold guy. You might be like, well, Josh, that's what's going to happen. Well, a few weeks ago, Dan Campbell takes over play calling. And ever since then, oh, Jamison Williams, 91 yards and a touchdown. 87 yards, touchdown. 95 yards, touchdown. Well, guess what? This week, Jameson Williams had a 97% snap share. Highest snap share for him since week 1.
He must have scored so many points.
He must have scored so many freaking
That's
points
what I'm
in this
thinking.
game. No. No. In fact, 3 targets, least since Dan Campbell took over play calling. And I didn't catch any of them. What
You know
gives?
who had more? You know who had more catches in that game than Jamison Williams? Jameis Winston.
James Winston, another JW. Yeah. I'm not saying that I would have won if Jameson Williams came through. I might have won if I played Jameis Winston. Probably wouldn't have. But I might have. Maybe things could have swung my way. I'll be honest.
That's like a 80-point swing.
That's actually facts. Yeah. I might have won if I picked up Jameis Winston. Alas.
Alas.
Here's the thing. In that same fucking game, we have our big man. Because someone had to get those yards. And someone did. Someone got a quarter of those yards in the game. Jahmyr Gibbs went absolute bazooka mode. And this poor man, let's talk about Big Steve. Putting up, I believe, the second most points on the week with his team that has continued
Oh man.
to lose. Only to be met with the SCLSU Mud Dogs and Jahmyr Gibbs putting up, since 2000, the 18 most fantasy points in a single game in half PPR format. If it wasn't for this, Steve probably would have won.
Imagine
Steve.
having 3 players who score above 30 and you lose.
Steve could have had a chance. He's pushing to get out of the toilet bowl, honestly. We'll talk about that in a minute. Because, oh, this is going to be a long episode. All right. You know what? Moving on. Jahmyr Gibbs scored a lot of points.
Nice.
That's enough of that.
Next.
Because we got a main segment to get to. And it's a fun one. We're talking about the playoff picture. Who's looking like they're going to make it? Who's not? What's the toilet bowl looking like? And it's pretty interesting. Tyler, do you have any thoughts to get us started in this? Because me and you are the two that are nowhere right now. Oh, it's the ending duck. I'll stop.
No, it's not the ending, Doc. Yeah, no, my predictions are all coming to light. That's all I'm gonna say.
You say that. No,
And I could make the playoffs, and so could you. And also,
you could.
but I think we are the only teams in the league who can currently make all 3 playoffs, toilet bowl, or purgatory.
We are.
A lot of things would have to happen for me to get the toilet bowl, but yeah, it's possible.
Could you? You could. No. No, I don't think
No?
you can.
No, yeah,
Oh,
you're
sick.
you're out.
You're ahead
You're the toilet bowl.
All right, so I will say
Oof.
this is assuming that all games this week go as they're expected.
Yeah,
So
they're all like
technically-
very likely.
There's at this point, there's
Technically.
none of those games can go not the way
Yeah.
you think they're going to.
Yeah. But after this week, you will be 3 games ahead of Bongside Kicks. With
Yeah,
2 weeks
okay.
left to go before the toilet bowl. So you are safe. Hey, congrats on your first year out of the toilet bowl.
Not being in the toilet bowl. Wow.
Yay.
It feels great. Feels good.
And in a good position to make the playoffs, might I add.
Yeah, I'm in pole position, but I can't choke it. You got to take the wins
Yeah.
instead of just like let them come to you.
Yeah,
Hmm.
which you did. You are currently in the process of choking this week.
Oh
So
yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
just don't do that again.
Yeah, Josh Allen got 12 points, which is like crazy for Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, he was almost my bed shitter, but
I know.
he didn't make me shotgun.
Yeah.
Now, so right now, the playoff picture is Sheila My McConkey, Notorious Scoundrels, both 8-4. And then we have in Jordan's little baby boys, we have Jordan himself at 8-4, and Slush, you're at 7-4, 7-5.
Yeah,
I'm right there. I'm not
I know.
saying I'm going to catch you because that would be absurd for me to make the playoffs. But if you lose out and I win out, because I'm not surpassing you in points for,
Probably not. No.
I become a playoff team.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Pretty nice.
Pretty nice. Also,
Now,
I just want to say that nothing is absurd in fantasy, and the gods like comedy more than anything. So, could happen.
this is very true. At the same time, both of the toilet bowl teams in Jordan's little baby boys are 4-8, which means if I lose out and either of them win out, I'm in the toilet bowl. That's more likely. So this is a big week coming up for me. I need to win at least one of these weeks to make sure I don't end up in the toilet bowl.
This week in particular has huge implications for you because if Sam wins, you're mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. But
Yep. And
if
you probably
you,
will beat Enzo Tight.
but I was gonna say, but if Enso Tight wins and you lose, then you are only one game away from falling into the toilet bowl.
That's true. Now,
That game
and
alone has a lot of implication for you.
this week is my easier game. I face Bongside. Week 14, I'm going to be facing the Notorious Scoundrels. And Teteroa McMillan will be on his bye week. I don't expect to win in week 14.
You never
That's
know.
going to be a tough one. You never know. So, admittedly, you're probably going to be okay making those playoffs, Slosh. But,
Never know. It's
The-
fantasy.
yeah, I would say
Jordan has
Jordan's little baby
essentially
boys.
clinched his spot in the playoffs, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
you,
Jordan
you
is-
cannot
Jordan is
surpass him in points for, Josh.
yes. Yeah, Jordan has clinched. He's fine. What he Oh my. Brock Purdy has thrown 3 interceptions tonight.
Yeah,
Fun
I've been
fact.
watching most of them. Been bad.
Wow.
He's getting him out of his system. It's fine.
Good. Now,
I just want to say that I did watch a Christian McCaffrey fumble in which he threw it forward like 10 yards in the air, which was fucking crazy. The Niners ended up recovering it, but it was comical.
that's wild. Now, let's talk the Twee division. Because that's a little closer.
Things are crazy in the Twee division right now.
Tyler, we have talked about. I do not think you should have traded Christian McCaffrey away. I think you can make the playoffs. We have
no.
different thoughts.
Hindsight's 2020 is what I'll say.
What are you going to do? That being said, you are still a game behind Victor, and I think there's a decent chance Victor wins both of his next matchups against Granny's Gold Galleons and the Basement Gremlins, two pretty bad teams.
Yeah, whoever is the coach on that second team. Weird.
Yeah, sounds like a guy that
Stinky,
would
stinky
forget to
coach.
get a quarterback for the team.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
what
almost
jerk, right?
impressive.
Who needs a quarterback?
But so I think you're going to be kept out of the playoffs. Admittedly, I
I mean-
actually think that, funnily enough, I think that She Love My McConkey is more likely to fall out of the playoffs than Notorious Scoundrels, purely because they face the Mud Dogs and Big Steve, which are closer matchups than Grannies and the Gremlins,
Mm.
even though they're a better team.
Yeah, I would agree with that, just purely based on the matchups. Speaking of matchups, week 13, actually, if I'm not mistaken, can purely decide our entire division in 1 week. If I lose and both She Loves My McConkey and the Scoundrels win, and Bongside loses, all of our fates will have been decided in this week, in week 14. Not to say it won't matter, but it only really affects, I guess, ranking or
Okay.
seed.
Yeah. Now, let's assume all the standings stay as they are. Our playoff teams are our playoff teams. Week 15, Jordan's little baby boys will be represented by SCLSU Mud Dogs and Wu County Polar Bears facing off against each other. Sash, how do you feel going in? These are the two teams that made some trades. You made a bigger trade.
Yeah.
You didn't lose your future quite as much as a 4th-round pick that SCLSU Mud Dogs lost.
Yeah. I'm looking right now because I think we played earlier this year. I want to say that I beat leafing through. No, actually, Jordan beat. Oh, that's right. Jordan beat me. This was the some wide receiver had a tackle game, and he beat me
Oh,
by 3 points. Because they
yeah.
had 2 tackles. So I don't know. I mean, I do like my chances. I really like my team right now, and if a couple injuries can clear up by the playoffs, it's going to be like an all-star lineup. And
If you can get Drake London back,
yeah. So
and Bucky Irving or Marion Hampton, but
Bucky Irving or Mary Hampton. Yeah, so like if everybody comes back, it's not that I'm not worried. Obviously, it's fantasy, it can go up and down, but I think I've done all that I can do, and at that point it's just luck. And so I'm happy with that. But we'll see how those injuries go because the Drake London one is a really, really weird injury.
that's going to be a really funny week because you are most likely going to be facing Jordan, our Bills fan,
Mm.
in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, you and I are going to be
going
at the
to
Patriots Bills game.
yeah, we're going to Foxborough.
So a lot of it can be a great victory one way, great victory. We could split some victories. We'll see.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But
Or I could leave absolutely a shell of myself. So,
yeah. You're gonna
the whole
be
gambit.
you're gonna have a tough time that game having to root for Josh Allen in fantasy, and at the same time,
Yeah, I didn't even think
es-
about that until now. Huh.
especially because the Patriots are probably gonna make the playoffs anyway. So it's gonna be like, oh,
No. I
much
want to
does it
state it
matter?
here publicly that my first priority is for the Patriots to win, regardless of where we are in
As
the
it should be.
seedings.
Good. Shout
As
out.
it should be. But I will not bench
Good.
Josh Allen. Sorry.
Yeah, good. I mean, that wasn't asking you to.
Uh-huh.
A real fan might, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. But that'll be an interesting one. Now, on the flip side, we're going to have She Love My McConkey facing the Notorious Scoundrels. In my opinion, She Love My McConkey is getting it easily.
Mm.
I think the Notorious Scoundrels have slowly been falling apart.
Are you putting them on Fraud Watch?
I agree that the
Yeah.
McConkey should be favorited. I think that you're a little too harsh on Scoundrels, to be honest. I think they still have a pretty good roster. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I understand where you're coming from, but just looking at the team they got right now, it's a team that can put up some big points, especially with their two quarterbacks, Stafford and Mayfield. I mean, those two guys can combine for 70 on any given week. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Notorious Scoundrels is 7th in points for in this league.
But did you account for the Victor Magic? It's like the Patrick Mahomes
Did you
magic.
forget this is Victor's team?
I know. I'm aware. I'm the one that said they're the Chiefs of the league. I know it.
And wow, it really makes sense. They're the Chiefs, and
Yeah,
Victor is Patrick Mahomes.
Victor is the Patrick Mahomes. It's working, and we need someone to take him down. I think Andrew can do it. It'll be crazy. We'll see. What are your predictions if you were to choose the bracket? Deciding between Scoundrels and McConkey, deciding between Wu County and Mud Dogs, and then deciding your champion. Where do you end up?
I'm gonna step back from this one for obvious reasons.
That checks out.
Yeah.
Tyler, where do you end up?
I've been looking over these rosters pretty consistently for the last like 10, 15 minutes. I think it's Wu County. If the injuries fall the right way. I mean, because
Defeating who?
if this team can, probably Mount McConkey.
Probably McConkey. Because that is how I see this playing out as well.
Yeah, because if this team can put their best roster together, Josh Allen with Bijan Robinson, I don't know. Does Bucky Irving have any chance of coming back, or is he cooked?
Yeah, he was supposed to be coming back last week.
Okay,
in theory, I think he'll be there next week.
Yeah.
So Josh Allen with a few weeks recovered Bucky Irving, Bijan, Amon Ra, AJ Brown, Tyler Warren. Ricky Pearsall might take over
Drake
his
London?
role back in the offense. Drake London.
Yeah, Drake London.
And then Omarion Hampton if he can get off of IR, which he should be. They have a bye week.
I thought he was done.
No.
I think I have him
done. Latest blurb is the practice window could open after the bye week.
Could open.
We will see. They've been cagey about it because, the thing that sucks the most about this year in fantasy is that nobody wants to say how injured the players actually are.
Yeah, it's been a whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that I see it playing out pretty much exactly the same. I would assume that Wu County Polar Bears are going to take out She Love My McConkey in the championship. I am curious.
I would say this.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to dig into matchups at all, but
I would favor either Jordan Baby Boy winner. Whoever wins that matchup, I would favor over either of the other two teams in the championship.
Okay.
I agree. I think this is a season for Jordan's little baby boys.
Yeah.
I think we're a powerful division.
Yeah.
And
shout out to Jordan for picking the best division. It's just great.
Jordan does deserve a win. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, dude.
He really does.
Do I root for Jordan to make it to the championship just so I can root for him to come in second 3 years in a row? Because
gosh.
Man,
that would be crazy.
Twice is kind of funny. 3 times, I'm never letting that go. Ever. That gets brought up every podcast episode next year.
The storylines are all there because for me it would be worst to first. For Jordan, it would be overcoming the hump of 2 second places, and for Victor, it would be a dynasty.
Well,
you know what I mean?
It's funny because
3 of our champions have really good storylines.
Good storylines.
It's the comparisons that we made of She Love My McConkey is the Eagles because he worked hard to put his team together. The Scoundrels are the Chiefs of the dynasty, and also those are personally the two I really don't want to see win. That's
funny.
Andrew's just because he's the king in our dynasty league. And then we have the SCLSU Mud Dogs compared to the Bills because they are just not getting the win.
Mm-hmm.
And Wu County Polar Bears as the Rams of, it's not necessarily a worst to first, but it's kind of the team that everyone's like, yeah, this guy kind of deserves it. I feel like this is
3 brands.
Matt motherfucking Stafford.
Yeah. But yeah.
What's the storyline if McConkey wins?
He put in the most work towards it.
The trades are
The early
capitalism works.
Yeah, no, he's grinding for it. He does deserve it because he's working for it.
I would say
But
three of these four teams really deserve a championship.
yeah,
All
I
right.
would, I would say one of these teams actually deserves a toilet bowl.
Hmm.
But speaking of which, let's talk toilet bowl. Let's assume that we have these teams again. I think it's very clear who we think drops from Jordan's little baby boys. Right?
What do you mean?
Like,
Like who's the worst team?
yeah. Like
Yeah, it's
in Steve's Big Ballers or and so tight. We still talk about Steve's Big Ballers like they're a threat, which because they are. It's crazy
because
that
they
he's here.
like actually are. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so tight is pretty bad. Honestly, I think this toilet bowl comes down to grannies and ends so tight.
Yes. Which man, I really want grannies to avoid the the second in 3 years, a dynasty of their own, if you will, in the toilet bowl, like in the final game, 3 years in a row, would be pretty rough.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I might be
Uh,
kind of rooting for them to lose.
yeah,
Sorry, Gabe, but it'd be funny.
it would be good. It could be fun, but yeah, it'll be interesting. Something to put out there. I mean, on the note of end so tight, maybe attempting to claw his way out of the toilet bowl. Week 14, he's going to have Drake May and Kittle on bye. So he kind of has a loss
Schedule
in
loss.
there. So, yeah, it's going to
Yeah,
be tough taking himself out.
I mean, the only team so far that has a guaranteed spot in the toilet bowl is Granny's
He's
Gold
Granny's.
Galleon. All other
Yep.
teams currently in it well,
Can
can wait, hold up. Can Bongside get out?
I believe they how
Well,
close are they to
if
your points for? That's
oh
the
yeah,
70, only 70 behind. It's not impossible. It's pretty
you need some
unlikely,
better.
but yeah.
yeah.
But yeah,
It would also mean that Steve or Sam could get out, not both. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
yes.
So
Yes.
they're going to be
One
fighting
or.
each other on the way out
If I'm
if
being
they get out.
honest, I do have a little bit of fear. I don't think I'm gonna get knocked in, but I think that the outcome of Steve wins out and I lose out is not impossible. And if that
Yeah.
happens, there's a chance that I actually do just drop down, lose to end so tight, and end up here. That would be rough.
I have a
That's
question. So
all.
if you end up in the toilet bowl, how do you feel? Like, are
Bad.
you
I feel
worried?
bad. I don't like my team.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I don't. Yeah. I have the least points for in the league, and I have
He
for
only
pretty much
scored
the
like
entire
80
That's
season.
points this
crazy.
week.
Yeah, so it's not my week. I'm only gonna have even less. Yeah, no, I don't feel good.
What's crazy is that
Um,
looking at your roster, your team should not be as bad as it is.
That
yeah,
is how it
there were
is.
times when we really felt pretty good about it, but
But not having quarterbacks will do that to a guy.
I don't have faith in this team,
Uh,
and they scare me. So I really need to win one of these next 2 weeks. I honestly think if I end up in the toilet bowl, I will lose the season. Like deep down, if I lose out and Steve wins out and I end up in there, I think I will lose out.
I'll say this.
So
I think you're pretty safe.
I
All
oh,
things
I don't like it.
considered. I mean,
I don't like it.
again, you'd have to lose out, including to Bongside, who did just put up 150, but can kind of be hot and cold. Big Steve has a relatively
Cold.
difficult schedule matching up with me and then McConkey. And again,
Yes.
same thing with my end so tight, who is not a good team, would have to get 2 wins over Wu County
They're not
and
getting out.
Bongside.
And so
So
is going to be it. It's only Steve.
yeah, but I think you're relatively safe.
We'll see. But that'll do it. It'll be interesting. I'm going to release once again doing the betting going into the playoffs. I'll get that together because that was a fun little thing. It ended up that, the house won some of the money, which went into the big check that I have for to give money to winners.
Let's do it again.
But
It's just a sneaky way
Yeah.
of us getting you guys to donate money so we can do cool things for the league.
yeah, I'll look into trophies. We should get a trophy. I'm gonna look into trophies.
I'm personally a bigger fan of doing championship rings.
Rings. Okay.
Noted. Ring could be cool.
So we talked about trophy, belt, cup, or rings.
I like
Yeah.
rings because you can. I mean, unless we're gonna do a trophy that you keep, but I imagine it'd be one you put everyone's name on, right, and pass around.
Could be
Pass it
one that
around.
you add and pass around.
Which I will say, if we're gonna
Which-
do a trophy, it should be like a cup trophy. I will back that.
Yes. Yes.
I'm down for rings. I think rings are cool.
Rings would be fun.
Because then you get to keep it, and then you can show up to draft day wearing your championship rings.
Wearing all the rings. Yeah.
I mean, think
That
about
would be
that.
cool.
Like 10 years, bro. You show up to draft day and you got 3 rings on. That's kind of a flex.
That is pretty sick, admittedly. All right.
Rumor
I
has
think
it that
that does
Tyler Maine will be at the draft for the first time in person ever this upcoming season.
Breaking news.
Oh my
Rumors.
God.
Too early to tell.
Get ready. Now, that was a long one. We've talked for a while, and I know you're all chomping at the bit for your favorite corner of the week, but guys, we have Mr. Sam Losh here. And he's got some takes.
Yeah,
He's got some thoughts, and he's going to share them. So
absolutely.
bring us in.
Okay. I think based on our time, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to hit you with two quick ones, and then I'm going to hit you with one that I actually have some facts to back up.
All right.
So,
I love the introduction of a conspiracy with so I've got 2, but then this one I have-
okay. So last time I was here, we did Aaron Rodgers Conspiracy Club. This is like the more rational side of Aaron Rodgers, who's like you think of a good QB comparison for this, but like this is just hot takes. This is things that I actually believe. And I hope that you guys are going to disagree with them. Okay. So I'm going to start off talking about referee, hot button issue. I think I could do a better job than every single NFL referee, and I will tell you why. I firmly believe that every NFL referee should have a headset just like this, and they should just be a flag-throwing robot. No input. I just want New York to come down and say in their fucking ear, throw the flag, that was DPI. Because New York has 10 times better view than any one of those stupid human beings who get things wrong every time.
All right.
There's something to
So
be said.
it's not that you think you do better than the referee. You think the referee's job should be changed completely, and that
Yes.
you
Yes, but
a thing that you could excel at.
Yeah, well, but you know why I would do better at it, Josh? Because I don't have an ego, because I haven't done this for my whole life. Because Ed Hockley, your job is to go tell Ed Hockley that he's not allowed to make decisions anymore. Not going to happen. His ego's too big, along with his
fair.
rippling muscles. So he's not going to do that. I can do wind sprints up and down the field and just have a yellow flag in my pocket. And when somebody, Gene Steratore, tells me to throw the flag, I'm going to throw the flag. That's why I do a better job.
Now, well, I was worried I'd agree with your takes.
Yeah.
Thankfully, you've come in very hot.
Uh-huh.
No, I think we do need refs. I think part of the game is yelling, "What the hell, ref?"
I think
So you want them to be more incorrect.
I'd like them to get it right, but
I think one simple change fixes anything, which is that you should be able to
Okay.
challenge any penalty call on the field. And there should just be a team for every game of basically automatic reviewers who are watching
Yeah.
back from the booth. And if a ref misses a call completely or makes a totally incorrect call, they should be able to immediately interject and change the call. So
Yeah.
keep the live
Yeah.
refs, but we should have a basically like review team just on standby watching back everything.
Yeah, I want people that are egoless. And so when New York says, "You just fucked up. Why did you throw that flag?" He has to go in front of the stage and be like, "Sorry guys, my bad." Pick up the flag and stuff it in his pants.
Yeah.
Now
No.
this just sounds personal between you and the refs, and I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, because do you remember from 2 years ago when there was a hot mic moment and I forget, I think it
I'm
was
talking
DK
to
Metcalf.
America.
Yeah, he says, "Shut up, DK. I'm talking to America."
Yeah, I
That's
remember
how I
that.
know that they're a bunch of
That they
superficial
have a little
assholes.
ego
I'm
there.
talking
Yeah,
to
of course they have
Yeah.
ego.
That's a pretty crazy statement.
Yeah, hot mic.
Yeah, that's kind of fact. Now, this week they had a solid reffing moment with a man, I don't even remember what game it was. But there was a kick, a punt that bounced.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
It was a weird play. This punt was bouncing into the end zone. The kicking team grabbed it, threw it out of the end zone, and then the returner picked it up and went running. He got tackled in the
In
end
the
zone,
end zone.
and everyone was like, "Oh, safety."
Safety.
But no, that's not how this works. And the ref actually came on the mic and explained, like, "All right, so we're gonna walk through this. Like, okay, so here's
Hear
what
me out.
happened. Like a ref actually showed some personability of like, we know this is weird,
hmm
and explained it. Which the outcome was essentially once the kicking team touches that ball, it's fair game. It's like it's a free play. You're not. It's down like where it stopped, and you can progress the ball like an offsides type thing.
Interesting.
So
Yeah,
it was not a
this is weird.
safety. It was it's weird. But
All right.
anyway,
You guys ready for number 2?
yeah, give me
Yeah.
number 2.
Okay. This is the one I believe in the most. Like with my heart of my hearts, from the top to the bottom. Every single one of the American sports, all 4 of the major American sports, should play exactly once per week. I want the football model for every single sport.
I wildly agree. As someone that
wildly disagree.
Great, I want to hear it.
great. Okay. Do you want to go first, Tyler? Do you want to give your disagree or
Hit me with it,
your
Tyler.
agree first? Go, Tyler.
I'll go with my disagree. I mean, I don't really have an exact reason for it, other than I just don't see how that would work for other sports as much. I guess.
hmm
I guess just with other sports, I feel like you need a larger sample size to determine actually who are the good teams, who are the bad teams. I feel like in the NFL, 17 games is enough. I feel like very rarely are we like, oh, this really good team that definitely should have made the playoffs missed it. It happens every now
You know
and then
who's-
due to major
Do you know
injuries,
who's
but-
not in the playoffs right now? Do you know who's not in the playoffs right now? The Detroit Lions.
Are the
They have
Lions
not
not in
been.
the playoffs?
They haven't been that good this year. They've lost some terrible games that they
good.
should have won. I don't feel bad that they're not in the playoffs.
I think it's you think
I
the
do.
Bears should be in the playoffs over the Lions?
I'm not
I
gonna
think
lie,
that's crazy.
That's insane. I think
So my argument
just
is that I
funny.
think this is all of this passionate arguing is one of the things that makes sports great. And so if we can get this sort of drama in other sports, it would be awesome. It would be great.
But you think that only comes from the fact that football's played once a week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
The
it's easy to
Dodgers, there's
follow.
no way that the Los Angeles Dodgers would be in danger of missing the playoffs. They have too many good players.
I don't follow any sport except football. And man, it would I would follow other sports if it was just one
Thank,
game a week
yes,
that I could
yes.
actually keep track of instead of having to be like, "Oh, it's Wednesday, my dudes." Oh, like there's a game going on that I can't
I'm
watch
gonna
that. I'm busy.
I'm gonna make it even simpler for you. I have a great system that I think that we can, as the people who are making this decision, we are the kings of American sports. Here's what I'm thinking. Football is Sunday. That's iconic. We can't move it.
Of course.
Baseball is almost the exact opposite of the football season. Almost. We can tweak the MLB season. So my pitch is that baseball is played on Sundays with football on the opposite times of the year. And
Mhm.
then between hockey and basketball, one of them gets Friday, one of them gets Saturday. And we're just like, oh, it's Saturday. It's basketball night or hockey night. Now we know. And then we can have one-offs like a Thursday night game and a Monday night game, right? But like now we know what time of the like what day of the week that's what's gone.
I I can't comment much on how I think this would affect the sport as a whole,
Hmm.
but I know that I would follow these sports if that's how they were.
Yeah.
And that and so I say yes because currently it's not a sport that I want to follow. And then it would be a sport I want to follow, even if someone says, "Well, its integrity is in the dumpster now." Well, it's I want to watch that dumpster.
Yeah, there you go. Some cold hard numbers for you. The NBA would go from 82 games in a year to 34. The NHL would go from 84 games a year to 21. The MLB, this is the big one, would go from
Yeah.
162 games to 26. I will say an
That's
addendum that I
that
am
was a rough one. That's a
I
rough
know the addendum that I'm waffling in my head is maybe they play a doubleheader on Sunday. And so the team plays twice in a row,
one.
get a whole
Yeah.
baseball day out of it, bump it up to 52.
That's, yeah,
But
that's tough.
also, a 26 game MLB season kind of sounds electric.
See, I'd watch intently.
Yeah.
One grand slam could change the whole season for your team.
Yep. Scarcity drives demand. All right.
I'm with it.
Any
I
anything
agree.
else before we move on?
I mean, I will say I like the idea of like incredibly predictable sports schedules to make them easier to watch. I do
Hmm.
like that, but everything else about it, I'm not sure I can get behind.
I'm fully on board.
I think
Great.
a fun
I'm
part of
glad.
those other sports that is not seen in football as much is that every team plays every team every season.
Yeah, that is
Typically
true.
multiple times. I
Yeah.
feel
That's
like I feel like there is some value in that. I feel like in football we've just kind of gotten used to it and we forget that certain teams only play each other once every 4 years.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
So,
stats come out of like this team hasn't beat this team since 2010. It's like, oh,
yeah, well they've played
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
twice.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
but the I like I said, the predictability, I do wish that other sports would perhaps consider doing something similar to the NFL, giving fans a more predictable schedule. I understand it also has to do a lot with these venues scheduling around each other and other sports and just other events, but
Yeah.
just an idea.
I also forgot the most important thing about this take is that injuries. I know the NFL is crazy with injuries, but like
Yeah,
people would be way more healthy in all of these sports if they only played
that's
once a
true.
week. And you
Instead
would
of
get like the best players at their best every week.
Mm.
yeah, you
Yeah.
wouldn't have basketball players just sitting out the game
That,
Yeah.
because
The
you
that's
NBA
know
just
is
dumb.
obsessed with
That's
getting the
just
best
dumb.
players on the court. Hey, listen, I think
Didn't they
the
just
84
find
game
somebody?
season is. Oh, you can get fined. Yeah. If you don't have a good enough reason, you can get fined.
yeah.
Um, I think the 84 game season, I'm a diehard NBA fan and a Celtics fan. The 84 game season is dumb, and they have no incentive to ever cut it down, and it's going to kill all of the players like Jason Tatum and Tyrese Halliburton and Dame Lillard, and they're going to be shooting themselves in the foot in the long run, but they'll
So
never do it.
you think the
And
NBA
so
should reduce their season?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. There's been proposals to reduce it to like 72 games instead of 84. But they just don't, they're just seeing it as lost money.
I would be okay with a short reduction.
Yeah. I
I think
think
the
a lot of
MLB
the
should
fans
reduce
want
its
it at
season.
this
I'll say
point.
that.
All right.
Yeah.
The MLB should
We have
purely
one.
for its pitchers.
Hmm.
We have one more take to get to.
Okay. This one is the doozy, but I think we can maybe keep it short.
Okay,
Nah, rip it. I'm ready.
let's get it.
I think Josh Allen is severely underrated, and his situation is a lot worse than people think. And if Josh Allen and Mahomes traded places, I think there is a high likelihood that he won 5 out of the last 6 Super Bowls.
I
Josh, initial
mm,
reactions?
I listen. I love it, and I'm looking forward to. This is the one that you said that you have
I have some
facts to back
facts.
it up, and I'm
Mhm.
really pumped about it because again, I love Josh Allen.
Yeah,
I don't
this
care
is a
for the
big
team he
ego trip
plays
for you.
for, but he's a Josh. I root for the guy,
Hmm.
and I also kind of hate Patrick Mahomes. Pretty damn near vehemently, if I'm honest.
So
So
Mm.
5 out of 6, you think it's possible?
I 5 out of 6. He's had good. I don't think Mahomes has had a much better situation in a lot of play, receiving weapons wise. Well, he's had Kelsey.
Tyler, what do you think?
Okay, I like it.
I
Okay, you
don't
like it.
necessarily disagree or agree with it. I think everything you're saying, like saying that Allen's situation is worse and that he's underrated. I don't know if that's true just because I think people recognize that Allen is not in a great situation. And
Hmm.
I mean, you hear Colin Cowherd say it every friggin' week about how if Josh Allen isn't Superman, the Bills do not win games.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's absolutely true. I
so
think what I'm
I don't
hoping
know that
that
he's underrated. I'll say that, and as far as the Super Bowl thing goes, I'll say this: he would have won at least as many Super Bowls as Patrick Mahomes, if not
yeah,
more.
yeah. So what I'm hoping, I'm gonna walk you guys down a string of events, and what I'm hoping is that you'll realize that I think his situation is even worse than like the popular opinion. I think the popular opinion is that it's pretty bad, right?
Pretty bad.
I think it's even worse. So follow me here. Josh Allen, drafted in 2018. He broke out in 2020, so it took him 3 years to break out.
Yeah.
Um, People at that time contributed or attributed it to like a coaching thing, right? Like, oh man, they coached this guy up. He wasn't even that good, and now look, he's amazing. I think that's a little bit weird because he's an athletic freak. He's supposed to be like a physical phenom. That's not coachable attributes. And do you know who was the OC that was the Josh Allen like kingmaker? He made Josh Allen.
Oh,
Anybody?
wait. I do. Whoa. Oh,
He's been in the news recently.
has he been recently?
Oh yeah.
It's not Ken Dorsey,
Oh,
right?
No.
That was the
A
second
week
one.
no,
ago.
it's
He
not
was
Ken
he was making
Dorsey.
headlines almost exactly a week ago today.
Okay, Liam Cohen was the Baker Mayfield one, but the Whisper did. Is it a guy that went to the Panthers?
Nope. Right conference. Wrong team.
Right
Wrong
conference,
division.
wrong team. Right. Oh, right conference. Well, yeah, that's a fucking. There's a lot of them.
All
I
right, we got
know
we
I
got
know
facts
this.
to go
I
through.
know I know this. Go
I'm
for it.
running. Brian Dayball.
That's the
Brian
fucking.
Dayball
Yeah, of course.
was
I
the Josh Allen kingmaker, and everybody was so happy about it and so excited about it. It got him a head coaching job. Now, in the year 2025, we've reached the future. How good do we think Brian Dayball is? Not very good. I think he did a
no.
terrible job with the Giants. Um, the other thing is that the head coach of the Bills since 2017 has been Sean McDermott. I don't think Sean McDermott's a very good coach. That guy's weird. Like, not to be personal about it, but I don't think he's like a leader of men, and I don't really like any of the schemes that he's drawing up. Now, let's flip over to the world of Kansas City. In Kansas City, we've had a very, very stable head coaching staff. Andy Reid, widely regarded as one of the best coaches in the league, he was hired in 2013. Think about all of the cultural foundations that he's got allowed to install because he's been there for so long. And he's also had wildly overqualified coordinators there during Patrick Mahomes' reign. We've had Steve Spagnuolo, Eric Bieniemy, Matt Nagy, all like future head coaches or past head coaches, wildly overqualified, and they just stay there. They're happy to be coordinators. They don't want to be head coaches. I also think Travis Kelce might be the best receiving option out of either of those two teams over that whole span. Like there was Tyreek on the Chiefs, there was Stephon Diggs on the Bills, and he was good, but Kelce has just been rock solid. Chris Jones on defense, better than any defensive player Buffalo's ever had. And I think besides Steph Diggs, the best player that Josh Allen has had on offense is probably like James Cook. I don't know, man. Like, and plus, KC's always had a pretty serviceable O-line, if not a good O-line. And they've had a way better defense than Buffalo. So think about this. Josh Allen, instead of being thrown directly into the starting job, takes a year to sit behind Alex Smith, who was famously a good game manager and a fundamentals player, learns a bunch of good habits, comes in under one of the best coaching staffs in the league with better weapons. Is he not going to do better?
I mean, yeah, it's a good point. Now, let me ask you this,
Mm-hmm.
because the situation goes even further.
Even further.
Let's look off the field. To my little, I think I've given this take on Patrick Mahomes pretty often. I think he's sad. I don't think he has a good home life. He looks depressed on the sidelines, and I don't like his wife.
And his brother's
Now he cuts it, and his brother's a dick. Now we look at Josh Allen. He's living up to
vibes.
Haley Steinfeld, who he's saying has taught him to be more than a football player.
Wow. Imagine Taylor Swift and Haley Steinfeld in the box together. Best friends.
Holy shit. Wow. You know what? Actually, I agree. If he was on the Chiefs, they would have won 5 out of 6 Super Bowls because the NFL would the plot armor they would have.
Mhm.
You have to give it to them.
Yeah.
It's double.
If you're curious, I have the Super Bowls written down. I'll just breeze through them. Obviously,
Yeah.
KC has won 3 out of 6.
Mm-hmm.
The two that I think they would pick up, I think they would pick up the Eagles from last year because they're about being big and slow, and Josh Allen is a freak of nature that can just beat him around outside.
Yep.
And then I think they would have beat Cincy in the AFC Championship in 2022, and then went on to beat the Rams. That's my prediction.
I don't remember how those exactly went. I can see Josh Allen beating the Eagles because they had Mahomes' number. They were chasing him down all night, and Josh
Yeah.
Allen has a little bit more escapability. Again,
That's the main thing.
So I do see him being able to beat those Eagles. I don't remember how the Rams game went with the Bengals as well. I mean, the Bengals had a buzzsaw of an offense.
Yeah, I weirdly don't remember that Super Bowl very well.
Yeah, I
It
don't
was a
remember
really
a lot
fun
about it
Super
either.
Bowl because it was teams that didn't make it really often.
it
Tyler,
was
you and I watched it in a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Well,
That was that Super Bowl? Holy
That
shit.
was that Super Bowl. Yeah.
it was Rams 23, Cincinnati 20
Yeah. Oh,
in
23.
Inglewood.
He
Wow.
could have done it. I agree.
done it.
You know what? You know what? I agree.
There you go. You've
Josh
been
Allen.
walked.
He could do it. Hoytier Josh. Truly. I gotta update the Josh tier list.
Mhm.
We got to get the new guys.
That's an every other year kind of episode, I think.
That's probably fair.
There's not that many new Joshes every year.
Uh, good takes. I like that.
I
Yeah.
enjoy it as well.
Now,
All right,
moving
thanks for
on.
going on the walk with me, boys.
Dude,
That was
thanks for
that
bringing
was a
us.
long one.
It was a long, meandering road, but I'm glad where we ended up. Now, Tyler, I mean, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's time for the segment where we win money, we lose money, we do it together, and we got a very special week of games coming up. This is going to be our Thanksgiving Tyler's Degenerate Gambling Corner special. We got 2 parlays cooked up for today. First parlay of the day, we got the Everyone Eats parlay. We're taking touchdown scores, and we got 3 of them for you. We're going Jahmyr Gibbs, Travis Kelce, and George Pickens. I feel like Gibbs is just a lock to score a touchdown in this game. You know, Thanksgiving Day, Lions are going to be a high-scoring offense in this. I think Gibbs scores. Kelce, I like it for the storyline. You know, Kelce, Chiefs playing the Cowboys away on Thanksgiving, and then of course George Pickens has just been on a tear. He looks like he is knotted 1-1 with CeeDee Lamb as the number 1 wide receiver on that team, and I personally like him a little bit more as an end zone target. So you take these 3 guys, and you're going to get plus 724. Pretty big numbers. What do we think?
Yeah, I mean, I think Travis Kelce is the biggest question, but, big game. Taylor's probably there. I see them giving him the ball. I see him getting it
versus the
done.
Cowboys, you don't have to worry about that defense being,
Oh, yeah.
too stingy. So I'm with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, no, I like it.
All right, and coming up next,
Moving on, honestly.
in honor of our boy Steve, we got the succulent super stuffer 7 turkey leg parlay. We got 7
You better
legs.
have something for that. You better edit some logo in here. You need let's see, the succulent super stuffer 7 turkey leg parlay. Okay, here's what I want you to do.
No.
Oh
no.
boy.
You got a turkey,
Mm-hmm.
and I want a series of succulents. I know this isn't the succulent you're using. I don't care. I want succulents just getting stuffed in the back of the turkey.
Oh god.
I want that turkey slowly growing. And then at the last second, when it looks like it's going to get too big, I want 5 more legs to shoot out of it. And now it has 7 legs on a stuffed turkey full of succulents. That's all.
Wow. The odds that Tyler actually does that is like plus 500, plus 650. It's
That will be one of the more challenging edits you've ever given me for sure. I will admit that is going to take a lot of my time and a lot of keyframes, but we'll see.
Tyler may die for that.
We didn't give you any today.
We'll see what my next 2 days look like. But yeah, 7 legs. I got 7 of them. Be ready. I'm just gonna rattle them off rapid speed here, so everybody lock in. We got Jared Goff, 200 passing yards. Jordan Love, 200 passing yards. Jahmyr Gibbs, 50 rushing yards. Xavier Worthy, 25 receiving yards. Isaiah Pacheco, 25 rushing yards. Dak Prescott, 210 passing yards. And Patrick Mahomes, 240 passing yards for a grand total of plus 586.
Phew.
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
We don't have time to break that one down.
Wouldn't change a thing.
Hey, bet responsibly and, I don't know, follow your heart.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Those are for today. Everyone have a good
I like
Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Eat some food and
Whoa.
well, no. For my segment, not
Sorry.
in the episode. Don't you worry.
Sorry.
Play some bets,
Gobble.
eat some food, watch some football.
Yeah. Gobble, gobble. All that. All right. Let's finish it off. everyone hit on the pick'em this week. Makes sense. Seahawks, Ravens, Lions.
Though
Lions went
the
to
Ravens
overtime.
and Lions games were a
Oh.
little bit scarier than they needed to be.
Yeah, not loving that the Lions went to overtime there, but whatever. Uh, but we're doing well. 9-1, 10-0, 6-4. We're all succeeding.
Who's to say who's doing better?
We're all succeeding equally.
It's
in our own way.
It's impossible.
Sam, what pick are you adding on for the guests this week?
Okay. I think there's a lot of juicy ones here. I'm not going to say what I was thinking of. I'm just going to rattle. We're just going to go. We're never going to want to pick this team ever again. We'll pick the Jaguars. Jaguars at the
Oh.
Titans.
I
like
think I think that's a solid pick.
I think that's a solid one.
I for sure considered that one.
Yeah. It's like a free pick for the rest of the year if it hits, because we're not going to want to take the Jaguars on most weeks.
Yeah. Now, I personally think I will be taking. I'm between a couple.
Josh, there's one team I can't believe you're not taking right now because I didn't even write them down because I assumed you were going to take them.
I'm probably going to take them. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I was looking at the Dolphins. I was looking at the Broncos, but I'm going to go with the LA Chargers facing potentially the worst team in the league right now. The Raiders suck. The Chargers have been doing decent. They've had ups and downs. They're kind of in that middling team of like scary matchups are scary, but this matchup, they're pretty much a lock for me. And no one has picked them. So I feel good getting to block my co-host off from them.
Yeah, I definitely would have taken them. Like I said, I didn't even write them down because I was so sure you were going to pick them.
I
Didn't
was.
see that one, not going to lie. But it's okay. I ride with the Jags.
Good. Yeah.
No regrets.
Good. No regrets. Ever. I mean, all right, Tyler.
All right. Yeah, you leave me in an interesting position here. The two teams I'm looking at right now are the Seahawks and the 49ers. I think the 49ers have the better matchup playing the Cleveland Browns this week. However, I do have a very strong bias and tendency to pick home teams. The Seahawks are home this week with the Vikings coming to visit. I think J.J. McCarthy is really bad at football right now. I think the Vikings are a hot mess. And I'm going to stick with my gut of riding with home teams. So I'm going to take the Seahawks this week.
I like it.
Nice.
Makes sense. And that does it. We'll see how those go. In the meantime, enjoy your Thanksgiving. Stuff a turkey. And set your fucking lineups, right? It's crunch time now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have a good night, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
Good night.